So, how do you do step 6?
There are certain things that I, I try to not imagine or speculate, but you just know.
He's like this, she's like that.
When we get a fire call and we're in the truck and we're on the way, if I'm not pre-processed based on what I've heard from the dispatcher, smoke looks like this, fire looks like that. I look in the back seat, I see my crew is, look at the driver. If I'm not pre-processing that and seeing how they're going to react based on how our interactions in the past and my connection with them, then when I get out of the truck, we go to the size of a fire gauge, then we're in danger. If we're not in danger, we're lucky if not in danger. We're just ill prepared.
Even Murphy's law. Even if the best preparation is still something's going to surprise you, which is tough.
Yeah, sure. That's an easy one because it's a necessity. Can be life or death. But the same principle applies before I go home. When I leave here, I can see the babies, I can see the baby. And I can see myself too, which I think is pretty important. Be able to see where I'm fitting into that. Usually it's dysfunctional, agitated role. But it helps to.
Well, not if you know that that's the normal way it happens. Now you can change it.
Exactly. Right. I can see that coming. I can be ahead of the curve.
You can let them agitate your weakness and heal you while you just sit and do nothing.
And, sometimes that facilitates me going right back into step one, which is...
There's no way out. As soon as you enter the world, you go back to step one. So what I mean by taking no action is that the winds to waves thing, you just, automatically you got to do the broom, then you do the broom. But I mean, you try to be out of it, no control. But the interesting thing about it is that everybody thinks that the work is the place where this all can function. Actually, that's not true. It's daddy, mommy, brother, sister, wife, children. That is the work. That's your work in life. And then the other work that puts food on the table, so forth, that is the overflow of the energy that you get from doing the core work successfully. But we place the work as the primary place of our energy. And we sacrifice the family to do the work. But that's not correct. That's not sustainable. But once you understand that, you reverse it. You say, okay, actually, the most important thing of today is when I leave Miranda and go home. Not when I go to Sawatch, not when I whenever. So to do that, you have to start over again, step one. So when you enter step 7, there's this element of entering step 1 again. And what is step 7?
Getting right back to it. Like you said, sweep the floor.
Non-cognitive. So when you go home, there's a lot of step 7, non-cognitive. She's going to say this and he's going to do that and they're going to be on you and Matana's going to run around and the rest of it. And you actually, there's so much energy and stuff going on that I would guess that really being very non-cognitive and just responding to fires, so to speak, is probably the best thing you could do. And then allow step 2 to function. Once step 1 functions and you have this chaos and you're kind of working with it, now you can extend the breath a little bit. You make it into the kitchen, maybe something. And then you can look over the people and see what they're doing and see what kind of level of meditative absorption is possible for this crew. And then you go to 3, 4, 5, 6 with everybody because you're the one facilitating the steps because you're the chief or assistant chief. So every time that you do this kind of stuff, whatever the hell it is I'm talking about, you take a dip in the flow. Your nervous system gets bathed in a chemical cocktail of something that's healthy for your mind and body. And you gain enough magnetic energy to repair neural roots from poor emotions and poor behaviors and things. Life provides for you the ability to evolve. And if you live that life, you lead the successful life. And you have confidence that's through the roof because you know you're maturing. That's the only thing you have to do in life is mature.